Hey guys, it's Saga, and in this video we take a long hard look at this iPhone 13 mini. This is without a doubt the most underrated iPhone of the entire iPhone 13 series. And while there were rumors of Apple killing the mini series with the launch of iPhone 14, they fortunately let the 13 mini live on for another year at least. Since the introduction of the iPhone 12 mini back in 2020, mini iPhones have attracted a very niche crowd. There are people who are still using the older iPhone 8, 7, 6s and even the iPhone 6 just because they love the smaller form factor. Depending on their budget, they now have two compact phones to choose from, iPhone SE and the iPhone 13 mini. This video is all about the iPhone 13 mini. If you are interested in the iPhone SE, then I have a separate video about it. I will leave a link to it in the description section. For those of you who don't know, I have been using the iPhone 13 mini as my main phone since April of this month and I love it. To put it simply, I feel like it is the best compact phone in the market right now. I am not going to talk too much about the performance of this 13 mini because we already know that it packs in the A15 Bionic chip inside, which even after a year is more powerful than most of the chips found in latest Android flagships. And this chip can handle anything that you can throw at it without a hiccup. Yes, A15 is the same processor that the newer iPhone 14 packs in, it is that powerful. I will be focusing more on the overall experience of using this compact phone and whether or not it is capable of handling an average person's everyday workflow. Again, I don't know if you guys know this, but I used the iPhone SE2 as my main and only phone for over 6 months when it came out, and then the iPhone 12 mini for about 4 months. I love the compact form factor and I was so happy to get back to the phones which could easily fit in the palm of my hands. The only thing which steered me away from both these phones after a while was their battery life. They just couldn't take me through the day on a single charge. Actually, they wouldn't even last until the evening. So when Apple introduced the iPhone 13 mini and said that it will get 2 extra hours of battery backup compared to the iPhone 12 mini, I just knew that I had to give it a try as I was still very much in love with the mini's overall form factor. When people hear the word mini, they feel like this phone must definitely lack in some department. But that is not the case with iPhones. It is called the iPhone 13 mini just because of its size and nothing else. Other than the smaller size, everything else starting with the aluminum frame, ceramic shield glass at the front, glossy glass at the back, processor, RAM, storage options, cameras and software features are just the same as the regular iPhone 13. There are no corners being cut here. It even looks and feels just as premium as other top of the line iPhones. With a 5.4-inch display, it is still compact enough to fit in my average size hands, and I can comfortably use it with just one hand. It is not too small or narrow that it will make the typing uncomfortable like on the iPhone SE. It is the right width unless you have very big hands. This 5.4-inch OLED display is just a treat to look at. With a resolution of 2340 by 1080 pixels, it is the most pixel-dense screen out of all the iPhone models. Yes, it has more pixels per inch than the top of the line iPhone 14 Pro Max. The only thing which it lacks in comparison to the Pro iPhones is the 120Hz ProMotion support. Like the iPhone 13, this display still refreshes at 60Hz. But if you have used any of the previous iPhones in past, you must know that this is not an issue. The 60Hz display on an iPhone feels much smoother than the 60Hz on any other display. Whether you are watching videos on this phone, listening to music or playing games, the audio experience is just amazing. It is so great to see a phone this tiny deliver such good audio listening experience via the built-in stereo speakers. Although these mini iPhones haven't been amongst Apple's best sellers, I know for a fact that there are many people who prefer this smaller phone. As I said at the beginning, there are many people who are still hanging on to their iPhone 8, 7, 6s and even the iPhone 6, and when they look to upgrade, the mini seems to be their preferred choice. I think Apple knows this as well, and that is the reason they let the iPhone 13 mini live on. Before we go ahead, if you like this video so far, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for a lot more quality videos like this. The screen doesn't feel too small. I mean, yeah, 5.4 inch is small compared to most of the other phones in the market, but once you start using the phone, you quickly get used to it. I have a feeling that a 5.8 inch display like on the iPhone 11 Pro would have been the perfect size, and it would have also made a bit more space inside to put a slightly larger battery. But maybe Apple felt that that would be too close to the size of the regular iPhone 13 with a 6.1 inch screen and it might cannibalize its sale. Coming to the cameras, I often feel that people underestimate how good the cameras on this phone are. They see a small phone and just assume that the cameras won't be that good. This iPhone 13 mini gets the exact same cameras as the iPhone 13, which means it gets the exact same main and ultra-wide camera as the iPhone 12 Pro Max from a year earlier. Combining that with the ISP on the newer A15 Bionic chip, the images that you get out of this phone are top-notch. I actually never made a dedicated video about the cameras on this 13 mini, but if you guys would still like to see it, let me know in the comment section and maybe I'll make a video about it. Now all of my friends and relatives who see this phone are intrigued by its size and how cute it looks. They are not concerned about the size of the display or anything, they just love its compactness. Many have even thought about getting one for themselves, but the only thing that they want to know about is that if the battery would last them the entire day. This is a legitimate concern for many people while deciding between a mini or a regular iPhone. I am happy to tell you that the battery on this iPhone 13 mini is a huge improvement over the iPhone SE and the iPhone 12 mini. I am not a gamer, but I use my phone a lot. Throughout the day, I am using the cameras, shooting videos, taking and making calls for about an hour, half an hour of video calls. I am constantly checking social media, I watch a few videos here and there, reading and replying to email, using navigation when I am driving, and with this kind of usage, I regularly get 6 hours of screen on time and sometimes even more, which is way beyond what I expected to get when I first bought it. This is especially impressive given the tiny battery that this 13 mini packs in. I mean, many Android phones with even a 4000 mAh battery struggle to give this kind of battery backup. So for an average person, the battery on this iPhone 13 mini will definitely last you a full day. But if you're a power user or a gamer, then its backup won't impress you all that much. If you travel a lot, or if you like to go on weekend long trips and not carry too much stuff, then this iPhone 13 mini is not for you. Its battery just won't last you the entire weekend on a single charge. I mean, it could if you use it very less, but that's not the ideal way to use a phone. With regular usage, you will definitely need at least a small 30-minute top-up somewhere during the weekend. I'm not trying to scare you off, I just want you to have a realistic expectation from its batteries. The battery health has held up pretty well. It was at 100% after charging it daily for the last 6 months, and only yesterday morning it came down to 99% when I updated my phone to iOS 16. I think this is still very good battery health. One of the only issues which I had with this iPhone 13 mini is that it gets quite warm while performing demanding tasks for a long time. Like if you are playing graphics intensive games for over 20 minutes, or if you are shooting 4K videos out in sun for over 15 to 20 minutes continuously, then it does get pretty hot. I think the smaller body doesn't have enough thermal envelope to keep the phone running cool all the time like the bigger iPhones. Other than this, I faced no issues at all with this phone. I'm sure many of you clicked on this video because you want to know who is this iPhone 13 mini really for and who is it not for. If you're someone who wants to get it just because you think you want a compact phone, then I would say you should think really hard about a few things. Which phone are you currently using? Are you looking to make the switch from an Android phone? Because then chances are you might be using a huge phone with a bigger display. In that case, you might also want to check out the regular iPhone 13 as it is still smaller and more manageable in the hand than most Android phones. If you're coming from a previous Plus or regular sized iPhone, then again, I would ask you to go with the 6.1-inch iPhone 13 as you would be a lot more comfortable with its display and battery backup. If you consume a lot of content on your phone, you watch a lot of videos, play a lot of games, then this is definitely not the right phone for you. Not only this display won't show you as many things as a bigger phone while playing games, the battery will also not last you much longer. In that case, go with the regular iPhone 13. This iPhone 13 mini is really for anyone who is still holding on to the iPhone 6, 6s, 7, 8 or any of the SE models. It gives you a much bigger display in a familiar form factor, definitely better battery backup than your current phone, better cameras and overall top of the line internals, which will make sure you get amazing performance for the next 3 or 4 years easily. Apple also recently dropped the price a bit, and if it gets a further discount in the upcoming festival sales, then that would be the perfect time to get it. If you're someone who is looking for a second phone to go along with your main phone, then the 13 mini would be the perfect choice for that. This is an excellent phone, but if you're having doubts about it, or if you're just looking to get it because it is cheaper than the iPhone 13, then it probably isn't for you. It is better to spend a little extra now than to regret your purchase later. I think this phone is for people who are sure about what they are getting it for. To get this iPhone 13 mini, you need to be very motivated by its compact form factor. With the recent price cut, by just paying 5000 rupees more, you can get the iPhone 13, which will get you bigger display and much better battery backup. I feel like there should be a bigger separation in the price of the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini. If the 13 is being sold at 69,900, then the 13 mini should have been brought down to 59,900 or maybe even lower. Adding a few more discounts on top of that might bring it close to 50,000 or maybe a bit lower, and that would make it the perfect iPhone to get. I love this phone and I really hope Apple doesn't let this form factor die with the iPhone 13 series. If not a part of the number series, they would maybe resurrect it as an iPhone SE maybe 2 years down the line. Honestly, I would love to see a Pro iPhone in a mini form factor for those who love the compact phones. Just imagine a Pro iPhone in this size, 3 cameras, promotion support so the battery lasts much longer, and even premium build quality. That would be the perfect phone for me. Alright guys, so this has been about my experience of the iPhone 13 mini after using it for nearly 6 months. I hope you guys learned a few things about this phone and this video helped you in your decision making process. If you're looking to get this iPhone 13 mini, I will really appreciate if you get it from the affiliate links in the description section. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.